sasa. Success sky huwezi pata ukiwa danda. Niko kila mahali nite rap Zelda. Nasionekani sana loke ya pedi na gangsta uchapa. Chuma kwa wesi mkinikujia sana. Ganji chafu nikiwela sanyoshwe na pasta. Unajifanya na wesi gwangi. Tahadhari kisep saidi. Sikutambui sikujui sikusikio. Kudonga yako yote ujue saidi. Weni fala unanichunguza sana. Unisakasaka utapendo kunipata. Sikutambui sikujui sikusikio. Kudonga yako yote ujue saidi. Call police. Kabaya anazoza sana. Hizo tabia zake ni zangu na ana baba. Ini wivu jusi wanjituanda. Katalog ndefu shida tumbo ya nakonda. Fika hii mboka kuna mtu ananiguza. Angalia namba zone vile nakuruga. Kasa kitu gani tukipatana na jificha. Hitaji bodi ili shughuli na maliza. Imagine thinking you're competing with me. Unajifanya na wesi juangi. Tahadhari kisep saidi.
Side the whole week.
Yeah.
Is Monday to Friday. That's my problem. Go out. In.
Actually attend event pin. Yeah, I'm such a lady. Yeah, like
I'm gonna be there though.
Yeah, Nimesha to America. Naishia.
Oh yeah,
I'd love to. I was looking at the ticket, Nico, like, man,
I'm a complimentary. Shout out to my friends who are celebrities, man. I love you. Keep giving me compliments.
We're gonna be coming back with more news and updates of what has been in the week, what is happening currently, politically, and is Natalie Gidinji Nambada. I love this team.
Podcast.
I know.
But sikuna podia different wanaongeanga.
Sidhani wameanza pod. Actually ndo watu wana
was that journalist?
Oh my god, it was so funny. That's so funny. And I Put your boy, hit the number. Put your boy,
little comedian.
Very.
Yeah.
No, really. Personally, I knew her as a radio presenter on Homeboys.
No, before then she was doing her own skits.
Yeah,
Funny
nakumbuka,
skits. I think she came out as a comedian.
Yeah.
She was in Churchill for like some. Yeah. She did like a little Churchill.
Yes. Kumbuka na mamake, it was always just so funny.
And her mom is like,
oh,
mamake ni OCP.
sijui.
Yeah, and she's real cop. And I've uniform kids together.
Wow, that's amazing. Shout out to her. Literally, believe also she is also one of the victims who are suffering under cheers to her for being strong, still being out there full of life. What does it tell me to have any health problem?
I love it.
It's crazy. Wow, song.
I feel it's a funny song.
I've never
Should have
but there should be an academy of actually musicians or artists. Kama unataka kuingia kwa industry, go get nurtured, either ni voice
generation, soul school ama kitu kingine.
It's affordable.
Yeah, it's affordable. A lot of artists, you're taught everything. Hata kama ni go to school about music business, music industry, creating music writing and stuff. And you can tell somebody who's gone to a musical school.
Yeah.
Kwambia hivi utasikia sauti yake hata kama si famous, utasema tu hii si sauti normal, ni mtu amesomea hiki.
Yeah, that's true.
But again I agree, Joby, but I don't think like academies will help. I think wengine wamezaliwa nayo.
That's true. Unajua kuna wakuzaliwa nayo na kuna
and I agree. So me I feel like what can be done, and maybe agree to disagree, we need to have a board that sets the standard. Niko sure apartment mtu anaimbanga hata mimi kwa apartment yangu niko ndapata moja niambie na kwanga by them sani unajua hata hapa like everywhere in a group of 10 there is an artist, so that tells you how music has actually been normalized. But again, it has also reduced the standardization of music, the quality of music to be released.
True.
People,
anything
can just be out there. If you have a camera, you just any type of video. If you have a studio, you just release any type of audio. Sometimes the audio is quality, but the writing is shit. I feel like kunafaa kukuwa na watu wana set the standard.
That's true.
This is the standard of music that has to be released. Without reaching this standard, you cannot be and you can't release this music.
I totally agree. I totally agree on that. Where we've gotten actually, and I feel like even if it's or majority, actually I think it's majority of the countries globally, because it is a big size, especially today's genres of music. So many people make bump into some quotes of people saying bring back the good music. Like today hakuna mtu anaweza sikiza ngoma mingi because they're not getting the feeling the music, because people are just
nana tasikia hiyo ngoma trash for 3 minutes.
That's true.
Because like honestly hata Kenya nimesikia kwa kinao waseni mtu boy. I don't remember anything else. Delete my like common ones, unaelewa? But literally if you listen to like music, kuna music unaweza sikia 5-6 minutes na uchoke yo. Nimesikia muziki rumba is 8 minutes. They reduce. It's 1 hour. To request 6 hata unachoka, because I think maybe because we don't understand. Stone, Wood Baba. Oh my God.
Come on. Shout to you. Have fun on my behalf.
I am going. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I went to at
six was it pull up by
But yes, as I start with that. Person led to take a cab because of the really hapa kuliagadi full flood, like my shoes almost like they were soaking water. You can imagine
yeah, it's always full,
like and having the pipes bursting because of the poor drainage. Because what we know the main reason why actually this is happening is because of poor water drainage. Like this is literally again going back to Sakaja, who they're looking for to be impeaching, and I'm supporting that very much. Akisema mongezewa zingine 30. Kwa hivyo
na nani, and then rais amemwongezea it's 30. I think it's like 30 like si wamewaendorse wote ni watu wa one term. Wote
so
naona
true.
jiendorse.
Yeah, that is so true. So yeah, the fact that they have closed this, actually there's something else that has been Karura Forest itself. I think this is actually something that the last
They've closed Karura Forest. Why?
Floods, but from that also Miti hapo.
Yeah, but Karura Forest change. You've been there?
No,
Recently?
but I've seen
But
videos
you've been
of
there
people.
before.
Yeah, honestly,
It's
also
not the same.
wame-
It's not even like the Karura Forest, because like everybody has shifted now. People go to Ololwa. In Karen, it's way.
And actually, it's kind of more even dangerous. You've been there because there are guards with the guns, and they're asking you, "What are you doing here? You know, you're not supposed to be here. This area is secured by who? This used to be a public place where people could go and just chill, literally picnics, whatever. Birthdays.
People used to pay?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. People don't pay?
I don't think so.
For real? I think there's an entrance fee.
I remember the one that we used to pay was Arboretum.
Oh, okay.
Arboretum, I think it's Arboretum.
Yeah,
Arboretum Forest,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
That, you know, that forest you can sure. I'm not really sure. I can't give the clear details. But listen to this guy.
Came back from Karura Forest, and I can confirm that there's construction going on within the forest. This is happening within the Rangers village. That is scary. There are two rangers there, and they could have stopped me. Earlier on, I'd seen of Karura Forest who were raising alarm of this construction, and I decided to go in undercover, pretending to be on my daily walk. I then met a representative of Friends of Karura Forest, that's FKF, and he took me a few meters to where this construction is happening. He could not go with me any further because he was fearing for his safety. Actually, I can hear.
So at the end, where like those who are there, they can't even like tell, like care, those who talk about what is happening because
So
they're
what are they
scared of their
doing?
safety. Apparently, number one, we could the possibility of the UN houses or offices, something like that. That could be the possibility. And I think you know the number one because the UN.
That's the
what they're
official we
doing.
go up hivi Karen.
Karen.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
you've seen that
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
passed New Zealand yote imeuziwa hii. And that was like last year but one.
Niko like ni mpya, all of them are new, and then it looks like damn, this is crazy.
Trees being cut right now. I'm just going to pretend I don't know what's happening, and I'll go straight in. I kept my camera rolling, and as soon as I walked in there, I saw an engineer supervising construction, and indeed I can confirm that actually trees have been cut. I found engineer, as you can see, it's only 3 seconds. That's only what I could manage, but it just confirms that trees have been cut down and they're going on with the construction. And now, as I'm trying to find gate 15, which leads to the Kenya Forestry Service headquarters, I've come across the tarmac that sprung up randomly last year. The Friends of Karura Forest are saying is illegal. Now, the Kenya Forest Service says that this is construction for accommodation for the National Youth Service men and women who will be helping
the NYS.
in planting seedlings. Question here is, why can't NYS use its headquarters, which
Exactly.
is just 2.7 kilometers from the forest, or why can't they use land within the Kenya Forest Service headquarters? The forest is quality of Nairobi as well as temperatures, and the main concern is the moment you one development to start, more will continue, and that will be the end of this forest, and to that extent many people will be affected. I just keep
And also understand that business in Africa of us cutting down trees and selling them to like European countries. I remember when Ruto became a president, we were selling the baobab trees actually, which are very indigenous trees to Africa. Germany. Germany. Let me check that very quickly. It was in Germany, and then Sisi, we were importing back Napier grass. How we importing Napier grass? As if we can't get Napier grass anywhere across Africa. We import the important things and then export the important things. How is Napier grass helping us? Selling them to other countries. So it's actually a business that has been going on of African countries cutting down trees, also because of the deals they are making with these Western nations, foreign nations, because of, number one, the carbon emission bullshit.
But why are we selling public land
again?
Like, yeah, why? And then we are selling to foreigners. Man, washakula though, it's crazy. That's how, you know, Ninani alikuwa guy. Apparently they've sold the
the long awaited video to buy.
Sorry?
In Rongai, somebody was telling me, if I don't have, allegedly, uko Vimbele, a big hectares of land they've sold to the Israelites. Imagine.
In Nakuru, I mean,
Rongai.
Walai. Here?
Rongai, uko mbele.
How many acres?
Yeah, but again, there's also Rongai in Nakuru. Can it be that?
Maybe Nakuru. I think Newcom. Yeah, see, because it's specifically Nakuru where they have acquired 520 acres.
Okay.
Yeah, then of course, which is very alarming. We're talking about a country that actually is linked into genocide of millions of people.
We are just going to.
If we imagine if Kenyans started demonstrating the same way Palestinians walikuwa na demonstrate and raising awareness about Israel taking their country. Imagine what can happen to
back
Kenya.
To the same system, literally, what was happening.
It's really, really crazy. But let me find that video of the baobab trees. Because this is, I think this was in 2022. Kenya sells baobab trees to Germany. Yeah, exactly. Let me, this is it.
Export of baobab trees from Kilifi County to Georgia.
Ghetto, like there's not even a single tree. Yes, I agree. Maybe the argument of someone like Keith was saying, like, of course, like places kama huku Kenya, maybe moja in the slums or especially maybe dry areas. But also go to places like Karen, Rongai, of course there are trees. But again, I think cutting down of trees actually leads to more of that.
It's crazy because like they're cutting trees huko hivi wanauza hizo land, but they own farms with trees, forest.
Crazy.
Ukienda
Imagine
farm like the Kenya,
yeah.
ni forest, and you know how much a tree is. Unajua like that. With wanapewa shamba. So if you're not around, wanajenga.
Yeah.
And they big na hiyo yote ni yao.
I know. I used to, every time when I was going to college, because kwa tunaraukanga like kwenda Thika, then to connect like to Thika we have to use river, of course. It used to amaze me every day, like how these people just own that land. Like, god damn, hiyo shamba ni kubwa. We need to
by revamping, it can be ecotourism, domestic tourism. If a county is on tourism here, in a manner that is good for the local people and good for the environment.
The export of bowel going on after the lift ban that followed revelations on the process. A private company and Killify County community
yeah, they're saying that we have worked out that the vendor where millimeter per year, I think ml, yeah, ml. Someone said, wow. Started shifting in the country of them. So it's too late to act later this. Again, why won't the NYS use its headquarter instead, which they can be provided transport? Someone says this is so sick. Thank you for sharing. Someone also says no way I will attract rain. Literally, trees are part of why.
But that's what we
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Literally, it's crazy that we don't even understand the basic info.
It's gonna be face a lot of droughts. That's what Napatanga, like they claim the northern part of Kenya, because it doesn't have trees.
Yeah.
Now there's drought all over, you know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so it's crazy because if we have trees, we have rain. If we have rain, we have food.
That's true.
You know, because like things will flourish, like plants and like feeds and like vegetables and everything. And then we have a country or society that is not starving and will never go, oh,
That's
there's
true.
food drought or whatever
That's
is
so
happening.
true. But still, under Ruto's regime, we have Uhuru Market, which is actually on the verge of facing closure, and this has led to demonstrations that is in Jogo Road, circulating on social media. There's a video circulating on social media. Protesters have actually set tires on right now.
Exactly.
Because you see, then in affect Nini in any sort of way. Those people are not on the road. Of because it's actually, the moment you put this as a public notice, it's to know, oh, this market is no longer gonna be here, but at least this organization, I still don't have to tarmac around looking for what I was buying here. The market is, and I just need to
Move mbali. Yuanda nitatembea hadi huko aje. Kama tu kwenda downtown, ile hii market ya kubai kila kinaitwaje, the one at Kamkunji. Ndio hadi saa ingine ni tricky. Money evil, it might go
That's
and
true.
go for months.
That's true.
And we don't know what to do about it. Give their hand to do anything.
Proud. It's super crazy. But still, under politics, we have Nasra Yusuf.
Huko Mumias.
I know.
Literally na ofisi yake kwa hapa hadi na Mumias.
And corruption has gotten to the point where common as much as taking responsibility and charge of helping this.
Made a few requests, one of them being water. Kila mtu yani and alhamdulillah we've done the best that we can, but we still the fact that no one has visited them here.
Wow. Their officials, but people even wow, this is so crazy.
And the minute they saw us, they were very grateful and very thankful, and they just started saying water, water, water. We just need water. You know, and it's very sad that in 2026 there are people who are still crying for basic
He's been in Kenya a couple of times,
Yeah.
again digging boreholes, building schools, desk, books for students, and of course claiming the hero trophy always again, like the white people always the way they do. So look at this, politicians cost you to dig boreholes, like literally again. Mr. Bismunya has actually given us the calculation, shown you water to the people of the community? How much is it going to cost you to get tractors, a driver, and go dig a borehole for the people, for them to get water, before you find out other ways of helping them to secure even more cleaner water? It doesn't cost much.
Exactly.
This is very, very, very sad. Very
basically
sad.
like water, and you know, we do whatever we can.
And the,
Cover up whatever is happening down there.
and it's crazy. I'll say they can,
Yeah.
but not food and water.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's not a dry job. It's a mentality they've used to actually chase them out of that land. In the northern part of Kenya. And apparently, the European nations, they've secured
hata kama basi wewe kama official uwezi, when you see someone like this doing this, as I want to do personally as a member of parliament or whatever seat, and this problem is going on, nione hata mtu kama Nasor Yusuf amekuja na anaitisha usaidizi, sawa, chini ya maji mpatie do. See, I see you have the potential. Do you have people who you can put on the ground to help you actualize this? Because again, I believe sometimes maybe try to think about it, you might get the leadership position but una skills literally aujui unafaa uanzie wapi, because of most of the people wakisema it's so hard to change poverty in Africa because our leaders shindo waanzie wapi. Like, it's so many things that are so disorganized and unmanaged well that unashindo uta. Is because we have access of smartphones, internet. That is according to some MCAs who have said they collected
Baba is nowhere to save you this time, and you have to go.
You have
like
to.
One thing, hey, you survived. If you survive
true.
5 years, no, Nairobi governor survives 5 years.
That's true.
Nairobi is where the money at. Watu watakupiga mavita.
That's true.
Literally, angalia Kidero, look at all the way from Sonko. It's been something that has been happening.
Yep.
Sakati has actually served 4 years with the backing it up.
Yep.
But it's not doing anything. It just has more salaries for people with big tummies. Shame on
That's
him.
true. I was saying, literally, this guy has done nothing but just show us dimples. Try to think he's so cute. Hatuna time ya kuona hizo. You need to fix the water,
Sewerage.
yeah,
Nairobi.
drainage.
things. Na kuna sewerage issues. Tupake tao kama una building yako si kala gani kabu repaint. Very mediocre stuff is doing for the country. Zile dustbin alikuwa ameka tao zimesaidia instead of looking for the big things. Because people, if you litter hata job ya tukilita you have good drainages, they'll move.
I know, literally.
Yeah, but if you don't have good drainages zita stack up. So what have you done? Nairobi Rivers imekuwa for the longest time now. Where you've been the governor, you took that thing you've done. Street in Tao.
And that is not being explained.
When you it happen, nothing happened. To go home.
Because he knows is by the president at this point.
But you can't attack Sifuna. Because for you have to be a law-making city. Because your senators need to make law. So you can't attack him.
It was me who was not submitted on time. I would not hear the end of it. My senator would ask me if the email server works, I don't know what. Ningekuwa story mingi. I mean, I know that. On their part, it is just brushed aside. It's not right. I'll just brush that aside. This meeting will be summary.
I think he's trying to say how kwambia anaitwa aje, if you ever listen to kina nani si nani ndio huenda wanafanya auditation like auditing kina
No.
Okay, governors to governors, counties to counties, ndio alipata dikina na apparently who ran job litafutwa kila mali, gates zilifungwa, nani ofisi zao za governor zote hawamuni, wanamtafuta hadi kwa choo. A whole governor amejificha because they don't want to be accountable of where the money is, because they do a lot of auditing.
Of course.
So I think walikuwa nafanya maybe auditing ya wewe, anasema if it was mine and my Malani was here, because Sifuna doesn't joke about it. He's is good.
None.
But you should be accountable for how you use public
funds,
money and funds.
So you're saying it brush water away.
Exactly.
Why can't you answer us? Where's the money for the boats? Shout out to Jibajaba. He was asking me because of the video I shared on WhatsApp.
Yeah, because kuna the motorboats.
Hey, what the motorboats? You took like 100 million Kenyan shillings for motorboats and so many other funds for different projects that we've not. That's where we come to the end of today's conversation right here on the Black Fire Network. This has been the Rhythm Scripture. Of course, I've been your host, JLBY, but it doesn't end here with me. See you tonight on the Africa Today show as we see what's more with Iran, Israel, and America. Much love.
Much love, amazing. See you on Monday. Take care, enjoy your weekend, and of course, stay safe.
Ensure unatoboa ama uambiwe hivi. Utaambiwa vibaya na itakuwa. Ensure you're trying to do